Okay, let's start it up. Rogan, thoughts, boys.
Oh, shit.
This is heavy. Now, I know it looks like we just got as many black people in this room as we possibly could in order to have this discussion, but tell the people you guys were booked here a month ago to come here.
Facts.
100%.
Facts. And also, when I walked to the studio, it was just white people. So
Say again?
I appreciate that we waited for Alex and Priest to show up.
Yeah. You know what it is? It's
Let's go.
it's because white people are on time.
Yeah.
Okay? Maybe there's something
The
over there.
The timing of it is facts for February. They
Yes.
pulled up them old clips just in time for History Month.
Yeah.
Shout out to
You
them.
know, but I know, when some shit is calculated, when it feels calculated, it feels calculated. I don't know, man.
Do you guys think that's what it is? To me, it's pretty obvious, but I'm curious. your perspective.
If you've never watched the podcast and you've never seen the clips where they were pulled from,
Yeah.
you would 100% think he's one of the worst people.
Yeah, 100%.
Undoubtedly, right?
Yeah.
I've been watching the podcast for 13, 12 years now. So
Yeah.
I'd even see the original Planet of the Apes clip when it was out, right? Like that's old. That you're talking about. That's when he had like the 3-man setup.
Yeah.
It looks terrible, right?
Decade ago, yeah.
But that's when podcast wasn't taking off.
Yeah.
So do I think it's calculated? Undoubtedly, just by the way they cut it up. Some of the cuts were nefarious. Like even when he's talking about like, yo, the word has a lot of meaning. He would say the word instead of saying the N-word.
Right.
Are we gonna act? Are we going to sit here and act like somebody just discussing a difficult topic is the same as going up to somebody saying, hey, you're it? You know what I mean?
Right.
I think we all
There's a
agree.
difference
There's a
between-
huge difference. If I'm going to history
Yeah.
class and say the word, right, in a history context, well, I wouldn't look at him like, he said the word, how dare this?
Right.
We all know there's a difference. Yeah. And anybody who's reasonable knows. So when they edit that and they cut it and they do a super cut like that, I can't help but look at you funny.
Right.
Just by the way the video came out.
Yeah.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, are you saying there's a difference between calling somebody that and then saying the word in a discussion?
There's a difference between saying, yo, you're a bitch, and me saying, man, listen, the way the word bitch has been used throughout history. There's a
Right.
difference between those two
You're
things.
being offensive just because you said the word. Technically, that's what it is.
But that's where we're
Right.
at now.
And I believe that there was a switch. Like, let's can we just stop 2 seconds? Let's agree that there's been a switch in the past 2 years or 3. There's been a switch of how we handle things, right? With that word. That word was everywhere. Now we handle it and everything and stuff. Same thing that happened with that's the blackface in Canada, but that's another situation. But there's been a switch where people get really riled up. So that switch happened within 3 years. But you're gonna take a clip from
before that switch.
way before
Interesting.
we acted like that. So it's really funny how I'm looking at the situation as like you're taking something from, let's say, 10 years ago, but you're judging it with the eyes of how we think now. Not taking into consideration that there's been a switch in the past 3 or 5 years. I say 5 years, even with the trans stuff and everything. So there's been a switch. So
Right,
you taking
right,
something
right.
from 15 or 10 years ago and judging it at the eyes of today, I feel like it's a bit disingenuous. Let's put everything in context, and we have to put everything in context with the time, the time that it's
That it happened.
been watched in.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Interesting. Al, what do you think?
I agree with that. This version, to me, it's like when people are going back on old tweets and trying to cancel people. Yeah. So now that everybody wiped their Twitter, now they're doing it with YouTube.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
You know, every day I go on my
'Cause-
Facebook and
sorry.
I remove my memes that I put before.
Yeah.
Because Facebook took some shit that I posted.
You just got a
30 years
machete
ago.
on some guy's throat. Look at this fucking terrified face. Holy shit, you've killed multiple people. It's not even a question. Okay, go on.
But no, but that's what it is. It's like
Yeah.
they bring back some. Like I got some strikes on Facebook because of something I posted in 2012, and I'm like,
Right.
you didn't catch it in 2012 when I posted.
Yeah.
The rules probably changed over time too.
Yeah,
so
so
to judge backwards is so nonsensical.
Yeah.
But the platform won't take that on themselves. Nope. They don't want it to be their liability. So they put it on you to go review everything you've ever done with the new rules that come out. But let's keep it a stack. Who the fuck is reading terms of service?
Right.
Like, everybody just scrolls
Yeah.
down and hits accept. You know what I mean? When you sign up for anything, I don't think anybody's ever read terms of service in their
Yeah,
whole life.
yeah, no.
So it's just like, and you know what? I can't stand. I don't know if you felt the same way when I saw all those black celebrities, whether it's India, Ari, or all of them on the page, being like, "Yeah, go Queen, fuck Rogan." I can't believe such. I get upset because I'm like, I hate the way sometimes black folks can be so manipulated into whatever agenda somebody else has to use like the racism term to bring down. Like if Spotify or whoever's got problems with this misinformation want to deal with that, fine. But don't be trying to rope in like he's a misogynist, oh, he's a racist, he's a trans. They always go through the same loops to try to get you.
Yeah.
And then I just can't stand it with black celebrities just jump on so readily for something they don't know shit about.
Yeah.
I understand the knee-jerk reaction, right? Because if it's something that you've experienced, it's painful, and you're not familiar with that person, and you, like you said earlier, you just see the video, the knee-jerk reaction is like, nah, fuck this is crazy if you don't know that person. But I think that like there's two discussions happening, and there's a little confusion. One is when people like myself are out here like defending Rogan. Now that's my guy. I just defend my friends. You don't even have to ask me why. Like I know this person. Like simple as that. If Al does some fucked up shit, Al didn't do nothing.
Yeah. You don't care
That's
if they
my
hit
friend.
someone with a machete. Who
Yo,
cares?
if you kill someone with a machete and you know you've also chopped down sugar cane and you're chopping through bone, you're like, oh, this is like sugar cane. Like if you're that type of person, like it doesn't matter. You're my
You
guy.
think I can trust you?
Yes, you could trust me. Because I know what you do with a machete.
We have to trust you, preacher. We have to trust you.
And there's no police here. If there's police, I'm like, he was the guy.
But you're not walking no sugarcane field with him, are you?
Fuck no.
Let's give it a step.
Yeah, I want to show you my property in Port-au-Prince. I can see it.
You got Google Maps? You got Google Maps over here?
No, but so that there were people responding that clearly don't know Joe, that they were saying like, oh, all these people out here trying to justify him saying the N-word and him saying this horrible joke. And it's like, Joe has said that he thinks those things are horrible himself.
Yeah.
So nobody's trying to defend something that Joe doesn't think is okay. What we're trying to defend is the accusation of him being a racist. And we know this person as a friend. So we're like, nah, he's not. I know this person as a friend. And also, we're trying to talk about the convenience in timing of this racist accusation, because they try to hit him with the misinformation that didn't stick because he put it right back in their face, right? So all of a sudden this racism like immediately right off the bat comes out. This has been out for 10 years. Everybody, a lot of people who were tweeting about this video seen that video, bro.
Yeah.
A lot of them see it and didn't say shit, and they piled the fuck on right when it was convenient. So that's what I'm talking about. Like, this is a hit piece, and I don't know who the fuck started it. And now that there's so much pile on, you can't really point in any one direction, but it does come from somebody. And I'm like, who benefits the most from this? I don't know.
The next video is going to be the trans video.
Yeah.
It's going to be, and the final blow is going to be anti-Semitic.
Yeah.
That's the one.
I'll give him a pass.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, that's the one you can't. Hammer. You can't touch this.
You know who's going through this right now is Jimmy Carr.
Oh, yeah.
You know comedian Jimmy Carr?
Yeah.
Did you see the joke that he's getting
Nah,
fucked
but
up for?
I heard about it.
So basically he had this joke in his special where, and I'm going to probably butcher the joke, but he essentially goes, we've all heard about the absolute atrocities that happened during the Holocaust where 6 million Jews, were killed. But a lot of people don't talk about is the thousands of Roman gypsies that were also killed. And that's because people don't ever highlight the good things. Now, I'll be laughing like he had a bad interaction with a gypsy, right? Did a gypsy make you hug your baby?
Yo, if you ever been to Europe and you know how they feel about gypsies, you know
Bruh.
every European's laughing their ass off
Yes.
right now. The European viewers are like, yeah, we hate them niggas too.
Honestly, bro, I think a gypsy baby woke up and laughed at it. A sleeping gypsy baby woke up, giggled, went back to bed. But here's a perfect, and like they're trying to get him out of here for that.
Yeah.
And I guess I don't know why.
He has the benefit of having an audience.
Yes,
So he said it on a comedy special where there was a group of people that all laughed. And so when people look at it, they go, oh yeah, there's a buffer. He's trying to be offensive. He's trying to tell an offensive joke.
Yes.
So there's a little bit more like context and I think social grace.
And we've had this conversation before. It's like rarely do people get canceled for jokes.
Yeah.
Like when it is a true, like a true joke. You know, like your boy Mike Ward was making a joke, and but that's
And the little kid is back on that shit again.
really
So now Supreme Court told
just give
the
context real quick.
Give context. Mike Ward, he's a Quebec comedian, and he made a joke 13 years ago.
Yeah.
He wrote that joke 13 years ago, made that joke in a special about a kid. And basically the whole thing is about The whole joke, the premise of the joke is how there's some people that are untouchable that you cannot talk about different people. And he put that kid in there, that kid that has a disability. All right. And that kid tried to sue him for
40 grand or something like that.
First it was 80, then it was 35. And then Supreme Court of Canada said like, nah, he didn't infringe your rights. It's comedy. Chill. Kid is back.
Wow.
For $372,000.
Whoa.
For him and his mom. And now they want to go on defamation.
Wow.
Because he said, I tried to drown the kid. The kid won't die. I thought that this disability was that he was... I thought whatever.
Yeah.
Basically, his disability is that he's ugly as fuck.
You just took a machete to that fucking joke, my friend.
I put my pants down and I shut down.
At the end of the day,
you know what I could do with a machete, right? You remember that bit, right?
There you go. Tell
Vividly.
Let's go. At the end of the day.
Go ahead.
At the end of the day, when you're seeing all this stuff, I don't think it's necessarily more so about the jokes, because I don't think it matters whether you're joking or not. It doesn't really matter to them. I think it's what you represent and then how big of a figure you are, right? Because Carr, as big as he is, he's also living in England. In England, they don't really fuck with cancel culture the same way that we do out here. So it doesn't matter nearly as much there. Maybe it's Chappelle for what he says is his comedy specials, whether you deem it a joke or not. I think once you start to represent something in the zeitgeist, they start to look at you different.